All right, so obviously we have these characters and we have updates for older characters coming out in version 4.2 with Nova Flame, as well as, like I previously stated, the aforementioned Silver Wolf level 9s, Evanescia, the Elation MC buffs to Huahua, buffs to, where are you, Firefly, and buffs to, where are you, Zila. So very interesting and noteworthy stuff. I will also be going over damage comparisons for Zila and for Firefly, and then a healing buff upgrade update for Huahua to see what she does for a team that will be coming out next week. But something else that we got information for, and you know, whether you want to believe it or not, that's entirely up to you. But we have some information that we can have, you know, to look forward to version 4.3, even though, quite frankly, version 4.2 is going to be absolutely cracked, mainly with just these two characters as it is, and shield content, all that fun jazz. But what we got information for is that apparently we are going to be getting a continuation of the Fate Stay Night collab, in that we are going to be getting Gilgamesh and Rin in version 4.3. Now, whether how true or not this is, I don't really know. Obviously, right now, currently, we still have the banners for Saber and for Archer right here, these two characters. And initially, upon their release, Archer was pretty good, right? He was a free character, a lot of damage potential, especially compared him with Sparkle. And Saber initially was pretty fun to play and okay, but now, I mean, it really hasn't been that far. They came out in 3.4 alongside Finon, so they were already competing with a character a lot of players really wanted in this gentleman right here. But in terms of meta relevancy, both of them have really fallen off quite significantly. Archer is still very viable. You can run him on a free-to-play team pretty much with Don Hung PT, with Sparkle, and then you have Archer. That's like a free-to-play team right there. But Saber has really fallen off dramatically in terms of where DPSs are currently in this current point. Obviously with Sparksy, with Finon, Castoris, Evernight, Hysolins, all of that stuff. So it will be interesting to see what these characters are going to be capable of doing. I'm really interested to see what Gilgamesh would do with his Gates of Babylon ability. I think that'd be really, really sick, and I would hope that they'd actually make these characters, you know, collab characters, pretty decent and have longevity to them. But yeah, just thought I'd make that, you know, we are possibly going to be getting a continuation of that Fate Stay Night collab, which is interesting because of the fact that these Fate Stay Night collabs or banners have been going on since 3.4, and there is no current definitive end date when they would be ending. So if you are someone who, you know, just recently picked up the game, Archer is not free anymore. You'd have to actually spend Jades for him, as well as Saber, who was never originally free, but you know, the point still stands. Whether or not those two characters are worth pulling at this current point, honestly, they are just like trophy pieces. In terms of actual meta relevancy, I don't think either of them are really worthwhile considering what we have coming up, and in comparison to other teams that we do have that are very good, very viable, and can clear lots of content. But the Archer and Saber teams, I don't think are going to be very good. But you know, this is to be seen whether we get more information in the coming weeks, coming month, any information we get for Fate Stay Night collab. But I do think it is very noteworthy for people to be somewhat aware of what could be possibly coming later on down the road after we finish 4.2.